Man gets stopped for no front plate and expired registration.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, I stopped because you don't have a front plate, but also your plates are expired.
That doesn't sound like a valid reason to pull me over.
Yeah. Well, no front plate is a valid reason, and then the expired plates are also a valid reason. So, do you have a driver's license with you, sir?
Do you have a search warrant?
I don't need a search warrant.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You have probable cause?
Yeah, the plates.
That's not probable. There's no crime being committed.
Okay. If you'd like to see it that way.
Well, that's law.
Okay. I'll just have you stay here for a minute then, and I'll get another car here. And
Sure,
we'll
go ahead.
take care of things, okay? Alrighty, sir. Go ahead and roll down your window,
It's down.
and I'm going to ask you again for your driver's license, registration, and insurance.
I can hear you just fine.
You're going to have to roll down the window so I can hear you.
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, I can't hear you, though.
Well, that's not my problem.
Okay? But I'm telling you, the reason for this traffic stop is...
It's an unlawful.
no front
It's an
plate
unlawful.
And expired.
Go
So
get-
There's 2 traffic violations.
I want a
okay?
sergeant.
I have Deputy Sturdy here with me.
Hey, I
so
wanna-
I guess
I want a sergeant. Bring a
Okay.
sergeant.
what for?
Because I'm requesting one on site.
But what is a sergeant going to tell you any different?
What's your badge? What's your name and badge number?
This is Deputy Wick with
Wick?
Lancaster County Sheriff's Office.
What's your number?
902122. So
902122.
you can go ahead and call dispatch and ask to speak to Sergeant Gaston, I believe is on today.
No, ma'am. Request him on site, please.
What's that?
Request him on site, please.
Okay, but what I guess I'm not going to understand what a sergeant on site is going to matter.
Because he has more authority than you.
Okay?
When you don't have a front plate, in some states that's against the law, traffic code, and have an expired registration in all states is also a traffic code violation, which is against the law. It is a crime. Common misconception is that it's a civil only matter, and that's just not true. It violates traffic code laws. The typical parameters for this is that you have to be in a motorized vehicle on a public roadway. In this instance, this man was driving on a public roadway and he had these violations. So his claim that she needs a search warrant to get his license is not right. Him thinking that he hasn't violated the law is also not right. It is a crime. And when you are found in violation of committing a traffic offense on a public roadway, you're required your license, insurance, and to have update registration. If you do not provide these things, you are subject to arrest. Case law like Pennsylvania v. Mims will allow the officer to get you out of the vehicle if they feel like what you're doing is unsafe. Just cracking the window and them having a hard time hearing you does create a safety issue. The number one killer of officers is being pulled over on the side of the road and traffic hitting them. So traffic stops need to be as brief as possible. I understand the argument that people like to make that officers will create any safety hazard that they can to get you out of the car. I would retort, had this person just gave over their license and insurance like they're required to, they probably would have never been asked to get out of the vehicle. This officer was able to remain calm, cool, and collected the whole time and didn't let their emotion or ego take over. So kudos to that officer. We'll point out when officers do bad, but we also like to highlight when they do good. And to the citizen, these sovereign citizen tactics don't work. You need to do better.